Good morning, everyone, and thank you so much for joining me for this hour of power. It's a pleasure to guide you through a practice. This is my first online video. I'm not used to being in front of a video camera. I'm usually in front of classes and running a yoga teacher training at this point. Due to the COVID-19 situation, we've had to cancel our trainings at Loka Yoga School up until July. So it's my pleasure to be able to guide you through a practice online and allow you an opportunity to join us. I really hope you enjoy the practice. I've written out a nice sequence for you this morning, or whatever time of day it is that you're joining us, and I really hope you enjoy it. The practice will start in a bound angle pose lying down, and I recommend that you check out the Viloma Pranayama tutorial video for guidance on how to practice Viloma breathing. If you're unfamiliar with it, you can check that out before you start this practice. A reminder that if at any stage it gets quite strong for you, feel free to pause the video. That's the beauty of practicing online. You can pause the video or even skip a pose out. It's absolutely fine. There are quite a few balances that I'll be guiding you through today as well. So don't take it too seriously, just enjoy. It's just for a little bit of fun and playtime on the mat. Thank you very much for joining me this morning. Bring the soles of your feet together for Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined bound angle pose. So the soles of the feet come together, draw the heels in as close to the groin as you can, and lay back down on your back. Resting the hands on the belly. By resting the hands on the belly, you can then focus on breathing deep into the bottom of the belly. We have a tendency to engage and hold on to this space. So just like a baby or a toddler, they puff their belly out and they don't care. They don't care. It's not about sucking the stomach in towards the spine. It's about relaxing and releasing, allowing the breath to flow through you, the prana, life force energy. So resting the hands on the belly, close down the eyes, and just taking a few deep breaths here in Supta Baddha Konasana. Observing how your breath is today, and noticing what can you do to relax, surrender, and breathe even deeper into the belly. Feeling the belly rise and fall beneath your hands. Just a moment to observe and find stillness. If you're familiar with Viloma breathing, I recommend practicing 5 minutes of Viloma breathing in this pose. You can pause the video if you like. Moving on, bringing the knees together, hug the knees into the chest. Pawamuktasana, wind releasing pose. So as you draw the knees into the chest, press your tailbone down. There'll be a tendency here to lift. So press your tailbone down. Grab a hold of the elbows, forearms, or the hands, and press the thighs into the abdominals. So you're massaging the abdominal organs and stimulating the digestive system. Press the back of the head and neck down to the floor. As you press the tailbone down, you should be able to feel quite a nice compression into the hip flexors, but it should feel good. Take another deep breath in here. And as you release, cross your right ankle over the left thigh for Supta Kapottasana, the reclined pigeon. Threading the right hand between the legs, interlace the fingers in front of the shin, relax the left leg, and squeeze the leg in. So the goal in this posture is with each inhalation, you're drawing the left leg in closer towards you. With each exhalation, use your right elbow to push the right leg away. And you should be able to feel a really nice stretch here into the glutes and the buttocks. We're holding for another 3 deep breaths. helps to release the spine as well as working into the legs. And now from here, extend your left leg up to the sky. Your option is to keep the hands behind your thigh, or to release, take a hold of the calf muscle and pull your left leg in closer. So you're in like a figure of four plow shape. You're now incorporating a stretch in the buttocks, the glutes, perhaps the IT band, and the left hamstring. One more deep breath in. And now from here, just release the leg, bend your left leg, continue to cross the right leg over the left, taking a hold of the tops of the feet. This posture, Supta Gomukhasana, reclined calf face pose. I've also heard it called whale's tail, which I think is really cute. Whale tail pose. So from here, the goal is to raise the feet towards the sky and pull the feet down towards your shoulders. And you should be able to feel this in the outer seam of the leg, or the IT band, an area that gets very tight regardless of your flexibility. If you have legs, no doubt you'll feel tension in this space. This area accumulates tension. And when this area does get tight, it can actually cause pain, discomfort, and suffering in other areas of the body, including the lower back, which is one of the most common complaints I hear about as a yoga teacher, is tension in the lower back. So I really like to provide awareness and support of how you can release tension in the lower back through some of these postures. And this is a really good one. Holding for a few more deep breaths. I know this is strong and tight. This is a posture that in my yin classes will hold up to 5 minutes on each side. And I'm usually not super popular at that point, but the release when you come out of this pose makes it so worth it. Now from here, releasing your feet, extend the arms out to the side, wrap the right leg around the calf muscle if you can, or keep it unwrapped. Shuffle your hips to the right side of the mat and let the knees fall to the left. So we're inviting a beautiful spinal twist here at the beginning of the practice, just to open up and release tension in the spine. And now focus on breathing into the right side of your rib cage, focusing on the length, extension, and expansion here. As the knees fall down, the right shoulder lowers. You might find that your right shoulder stays up. That's okay. That just means that you've got tension in that area. That's okay. Maybe the pectoral muscle is feeling it quite strong, or maybe the knees are lifted. Either way, it's totally okay. Looking over the right shoulder helps to incorporate the twist into the cervical spine. Take another deep breath in and return back to the center. Unravel the legs, hug the knees into the chest. A little rock from side to side. Releasing through the lower back and the sacrum. I love this pose. It provides a lateral massage across the back. We'll now move into the other side. So cross the left ankle over the right leg, interlace the fingers and draw the leg in towards you. Supta Kapottasana. Supta is reclined. Kapottasana is pigeon pose. So you'll hear this in yoga practice. There's a lot of variations of pigeon. Fallen pigeon, seated pigeon, reclined pigeon, standing pigeon, half pigeon, full pigeon, one-legged king pigeon. Kapottasana. Each inhalation, you're drawing the right leg in closer. Each exhalation, pushing the left leg away. As a rule of thumb in yoga, your inhalation focuses on your postural alignment and technique. Your exhalation takes you deeper into the pose. So in this case, your inhalation is pulling this right leg, the bent leg, in towards you. The exhalation, the left arm is pushing the left leg away to go stronger into the left glutes and buttock. And now from here, extending the right leg, keeping the hands interlaced behind your thigh or behind the calf muscle. Feeling that nice opening and stretch into the hamstrings. Every physical part of your body is linked to a mental or emotional aspect or quality of you. This is the yogi's belief. So in this case, we are working greatly with our hamstring, the right hamstring. And hamstrings are linked to our tolerance and patience. So just notice if when you come into this position, notice how it feels, if you find it's quite strong or if you just want to get out of the pose and you've had enough of it. Release, bend your right knee, slide the left leg over the right, setting up for Supta Gomukhasana. So you can lift up as high as you need to, but then the goal is to relax the head, neck and shoulders on the ground. Raise the feet up and pull them down towards you. Feeling that opening and stretch into the IT band. And some days this will be easier than others. Some days will be stronger than others. Just a nice preparation and release on the legs and the spine. Opening up the side seams of the body before we launch into the strength of the practice. Notice how the left side feels compared to the right. And now releasing the feet, extend the arms out at shoulder height, wrap the left leg around, shuffle the hips to the left and let the knees fall to the right. Looking over the left shoulder, and I just cracked my back. I usually do in this position. It's really good for cracking the back. It feels so good. So just letting the knees drop down, the left shoulder to lower down. And the breath is focused on the left side of the rib cage. And now breathe in as you return the legs back to the center. Unravel the legs, hug the knees into the chest. A final a final variation of Paramuktasana, pulling the legs in nice and close. Take a deep breath in, but despite the restriction and compression, deep breath in. And as you exhale, releasing the hands underneath the knees, rock up and down the spine, shoulders to tailbone. We'll do three rounds of this. I absolutely love this pose, it just feels so good. I'll throw in a fourth. And then hover. Hover here for Navasana. Paripurna Navasana is extending the legs and extending the arms. And I just fell back. Lifting the knees up, raising the ankles and feet. You can extend the arms out, and if you want to raise the ankles, you can. And clearly this morning my body doesn't want to do that. There's too much shaking going on. So you can extend or bend like I am this morning. Arms stay extended, palms facing up. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. We're about to enter the first round of our power vinyasa section. So from here, inhale and extend out. Canoe pose. Inhale to boat. Exhale, canoe. Inhale to boat. Good morning, core. Exhale, canoe. Inhale, boat. Exhale, canoe. One more round. Stay with me. Inhale to boat. Exhale to canoe. Hold here and now rock your boat. As much as you can without falling over. Rock your boat and now lift up. Deep breath in. Exhale. Cross the ankles. Bring the hands to the top of the mat and step back for downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Bend one knee after the other. The first downward dog of the practice. Just take time to release, feeling that stretch in the backs of the thighs, from the glutes and buttocks, where it travels down the back of the thigh into the hamstring, traveling into the back of the knee, the calf muscle and Achilles tendon. Feel that stretch from your tailbone all the way down to the crown of the head. Relax the shoulders away from the ears, press the fingertips firmly into the ground, feeling the strength through the arms and the stretch through the spine and the legs. Such a beautiful inversion, downward dog. Feels so nice. Take one more deep breath in here. Look forward, bend your knees, and now just step to the top of your mat. From here, taking a hold of the opposite elbow, sway the upper body from side to side. And now bring your hands down to the floor. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Now from here, grab a hold of your big toes with your peace fingers. So your first two fingers slide between your big toe and your second toe. Inhale as you raise halfway. Exhale as you fold. Padangustasana. Inhale as you release the big toes. Separate your knees and feet hip width apart. Bend your knees, slide your entire hand underneath the entire foot. So your toes are massaging into your wrist crease. Inhale as you look forward. Exhale as you straighten. Padahastasana, hand-foot pose, is a powerful pose, and I'm going to show you 3 variations. So start off by taking the weight back into your heels, straighten the legs, and draw your nose down towards the knees. Now bend your knees slightly. Weight is still in the heels. Lift your hips higher and tuck the chin into the chest. The weight now is distributed into the heel, and you should feel that stretch continue into the buttocks and glutes. Now straighten the legs, take the weight into the balls of the feet, feeling that stretch predominantly into the hamstring. And the final variation, pull on the hands, creating space between the shoulder blades. Tuck the chin into the chest. So you're now working with the upper body. Same pose. The difference of movement and energy focus can completely change the dynamic of the pose. Release your hands from underneath the feet and inhale as you roll the spine. Take a few shoulder rolls here at the top. Feels nice. I'm going to guide you through 2 rounds of Surya Namaskar A, followed by 2 rounds of Surya Namaskar B. So to prepare, stand at the top of the mat with the soles of the feet together. Bring the hands together at your heart space. Standing tall and strong, lift the balls of your feet up off the mat. Spread your toes out wide. We call this yogi toes. Press your big toe down, your little toe down, and then relax and forget about the other toes. Big toe, little toe are the focus. Feeling strong through the feet. Lift your kneecaps to engage your quadricep muscles. Draw your navel in towards the spine and up behind the rib cage here. So we're engaging and working with Uddiyana Bandha, the core lock. Palms pressed together, shoulders relaxed away from the ears, and lift the crown of the head to the sky. Tadasana, mountain pose. Keep the shoulders down and inhale as you reach the arms up to the sky. Urdhva Hastasana, upward hand pose. Your option from here is to take a tiny back bend, if that feels nice on the spine. Exhale as you fold, Uttanasana. Forward bend. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. On the exhalation, your option is to step or jump back into a plank position. Taking an inhale here. Exhale as you lower Chaturanga, keeping those elbows next to the torso, next to the rib cage, close to the torso. Lower down to the belly. Untuck the toes. Inhale as you lift. Bhujangasana, cobra pose. Tuck the toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Slow, steady breath out. We have 2 more breaths here. In downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale, the hips lift up. As you breathe out, the heels lower down, feeling that stretch. Bend the knees, look forward, and see if you can take a little hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, raise the arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands to the heart, Tadasana, mountain pose. Second step. Inhale, arms raise up. Exhale to fold. Connecting sky hard earth. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or jump back, plank, lower, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, or if you like, tops of the feet lifting up. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, step or roll over the toes, Ardha Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Holding here, 2 more breaths. Feel the strength through the hands and the release through the legs. Upside down V shape. Heart towards your shins. One more deep inhale. And exhale. Look forward, bend your knees, lifting your heels and step or float to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, arms raise up without bunching the shoulders. Exhale, hands down at the heart space. Surya Namaskar B. Bend your knees, brush the floor with your hands, and inhale as you raise, Utkatasana. Now look down at your knees. Can you see your toes? Check that out. It should look like your knee is wearing toes. They're sprouting out from your knees. Sit down low, lift the heart, taking in inhale. Now connect the hands down at the heart space, connection, heart to Mother Earth, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. As you exhale, palms down, step or jump back, lower, Chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Warrior 1, lunge your right leg forward, spin the left heel on a 45-degree angle. Bend into your right knee, find stability. Inhale as you raise the arms up. Exhale as you fold, step back, plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left side. Left leg lunges forward, right heel spins in. Find that stability in the left leg. Inhale, arms raise. Exhale to fold. Step back, high plank. Lower down, yogi press up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Holding here. If you're unsure about Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1, and the footwork, I actually did a tutorial on it just the other day. So you can see the difference between Warrior 1 and Warrior 2. One more deep breath in. And breathe out. Lift your heels, bend your knees, look forward. Inhale as you step or jump to the top of the mat. Exhale to fold. Bend your knees. Inhale, raise the arms, chair pose. Exhale, mountain pose. Deep breath in and breathe out. Second and last round is Surya Namaskar B. Bend your knees, brush the floor with the hands. Inhale, arms raise up, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or float, lower. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lunge your right leg forward, spin the left heel in 45 degrees. Inhale, arms raise up, Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, hands lower down, step back and flow. Commonly referred to as a vinyasa. Downward dog, left side, lunge the left leg forward, right heel spits in. Inhale, arms raise. Exhale to fold. Step back plank, chaturanga, cobra or upward facing dog, downward facing dog. You might notice sometimes I roll over my toes from upward facing dog to downward facing dog. Sometimes I step. It just depends how my toes feel, how I feel at the time. I'm not very strict on myself there. I do yoga for how it feels, not so much for how it looks, even though in teacher training I'm obviously guiding through the technique. But we also realize once we have the foundation and understand the style and the technique, the practice is all about how it feels. Inhale as you look forward, lift the heels, bend the knees, step or float to the top of the mat. Lower, fold, bend your knees. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, Tadasana, mountain pose. Deep breath in, slow, steady breath out. So, from where you are, bend your knees, bring the hands down towards the floor. Your middle fingers are facing forwards, thumbs facing each other, and your fingers are spread out nice and wide, and your hands are shoulder width apart. So from here, walk your feet in a little bit closer. Kakasana and Bakasana, crow pose and crane pose. Separate your knees wide, press your elbows into the thighs, lift the heart, look forward. Raise one foot after the other to come into Kakasana. You can bring your heart down lower or lift the heart higher. Ideally lifting the heart, working with your strength. If that was quite easy for you, lift your hips higher, hug the legs on the outer edges of the arms, lift the heart, look forward, try raising one foot. Then raise the other foot, bringing the big toes to touch, lifting the hips up high. Kakasana, crow pose, you are hugging the arms with your knees. Bakasana, the crane pose, is where you're pressing your knees into towards the armpits. Lift the heart, look forward, using your upper arm as a shelf. Just raise one foot, then raise the other. See how that feels? Give it a go. You can pause this video to practice. Once you've had a few rounds in practice, don't get too tired. We still have more to go. Practice at the top of your mat. Come into Bakasana or Kakasana, and then shoot the legs back and flow through a vinyasa. Bring your knees down to the floor and come down into child pose. Taking a moment's break here in child pose. Come up into a tabletop position, adjusting the hands and the knees, shoulder width and hip width apart accordingly. Now from here, extend your right leg out behind you and extend the left arm forward. Inhale as you raise the arm and leg, creating a banana shape with the body. Hold for the exhalation. Inhale, raise a little higher. Hold, exhale. One more time. Inhale, lift and raise. Now as you exhale, bring the elbow to the knee, round the spine, arch the back, tuck the chin to the chest. Inhale as you reach out, lengthen, extend. Exhale to draw it in, nice and tight. Inhale, reach, lengthen. Exhale. Inhale, 4 times. Exhale. 3 more to go. Inhale, reach out, lengthen. Maybe look up high. Exhale to draw it in. 2 more rounds. Inhale, reach out, lengthen. Exhale to draw it in. And the last time, inhale, reach out, lengthen, lift. Now bend your right knee. Reach the left hand back and grab a hold of the foot. Push the foot into the hand as you draw the left shoulder back and look over the left shoulder, raising your right knee as high as you can. So you're now incorporating a balancing pose, a back bend and a twist as you stretch into the right hip flexor, strengthen the left glutes, buttocks, and quadricep. Take another deep breath in and exhale to release. Extend out, lower down. We've just put quite a bit of weight on that right hand, so raise the right arm up to the sky, draw the shoulder back, take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, thread the needle. Right ear, right cheek to the ground. Option to raise the left hand to the sky. Option to raise the left leg. Practicing this funky, fun little balance. Option to switch legs. If you roll out of it, just laugh, come back into it. Lucky I'm not too close to the pool here. And lower down. Return the left hand to the floor. Inhale, right arm reaches up to the sky. Exhale, the right hand comes down to the floor. Just to release through the wrists, flip the hands, backs of the hands on the mat, fingers facing towards you. Walk the knees in if you want to, and sit back down, stretching into the wrists. For those of you who work at a computer, which is probably all of us right now with the COVID-19, you might notice that this is quite strong. This is a really good wrist exercise to practice. Release the hands, give them a shake, turn the hands around, palms on the mat, fingers facing towards you, and sit back. Good, and release. Flick out the wrists. Now, for fire toes, tuck your toes under and sit back on your heels. Those of you who have been my student before, you'll know how much I love fire toes. I love it because the benefits of this posture are absolutely incredible. Firstly, make sure that all of your toes are actually untucked on the mat. So slide your fingers underneath your toes. Don't be shy, really get in there, get that juicy spot. Interlace the hands behind the back, draw the shoulder blades back and lift the chest. The fascia, the deep connective tissue in the bottoms of your feet, is connected all the way up the back of the body to the shoulders. So actually, if you're finding this is quite strong, quite tough, you could find that this tension in your feet could be linked to other areas of your body, all the way up to the shoulders. For my friends who wear high heels, this can be quite strong, quite challenging, quite painful. Closed-in shoes, or athletes that wear running shoes, can be quite powerful. Okay, release, tap out the feet. Give them a big tap, don't be shy here. Rest on the tops of the feet. Place the hands behind your hips and lift your knees up towards you. Thighs in towards the belly. So we're now working with the plantar fascia, the fascia in the front of the feet, to release the front of the ankles. Take another deep breath in. And exhale. Second side. So hands shoulder width apart, knees hip width. Extend the left leg out behind you and extend the right arm. Look forward, inhale as you raise the arm and leg, creating a banana shape with the body. Hold as you breathe out. Inhale, lift and raise. Hold as you breathe out. One more time, inhale, lift and raise. Now as you exhale, bring the elbow to the knee, round the spine, arch the back, tuck the chin to the chest. Inhale as you reach out, lengthen and lift. Exhale as you draw it in. Inhale, extension. Exhale, compression, draw it in. Inhale. Exhale. 3 more rounds. Inhale, reach out, lengthen, lift up. Exhale. 2 more times. Inhale. And exhale. And the last time, inhale, reach out, lengthen, lift. Bend your left knee, reach the right hand back, grab a hold of the foot. Breathe in as you lift the knee a little higher. Kick the foot into the hand. And as you exhale, you can twist and look over your right shoulder. Can you push that ankle into the hand a little bit more, creating more of a back bend, more of a twist. Feel the right glutes and buttock working hard to support you, finding that stability. Taking another deep breath, extend out, and now lower back down. Raise the left hand up to the sky. You can draw circles with the hand if that feels nice in the wrist. Inhale as you open up the arm. Exhale, thread the needle. Reach the right arm up to the sky. Find your stability and raise the right leg. This is a bit of a Pilates-inspired movement. Joe Pilates was right into yoga himself, so it's no surprise there. The two go hand in hand a lot of the time. You can switch legs if you'd like to try the challenge. Give it a go. The worst that happens is you fall over and receive a reminder not to take life so seriously. Lower down. Right hand down to the floor. Inhale as you reach the arm up to the sky. Exhale, lower it down. Flip the hands and send the hips back. A second set of the wrist exercise. Turn it around here. So you can see it a bit easier, not looking at the back of it. Release, turn the palms to the ground. Second set. Good, and release. Shake out the wrists, and now shake them this way. I know, not nice. Interlace the fingers, and now roll the wrists. And now change direction. Kind of takes a bit of brain power to do that. Okay, so fire toes. Bring the knees, the feet together. Second set. We've got this. Slide your fingers underneath the toes. Feet ironed out on the mat. And now this time, extend the arms out in front of you. Swing the right arm under the left. Now you might be able to bring the backs of the hands together. Maybe the hands in prayer position or grip the fingers. So we have eagle pose arms with fire toes. Inhale as the elbows raise up, draw them forward slightly so you're creating space between the shoulders and lean back. So remembering that the fascia in the feet is linked to the fascia in the shoulders, we're now working with both. And I'm just trying to distract you with the arms, really. Lower down, change it around, left arm underneath the right, grip the fingers or bring the hands in a prayer position. Elbows raise up, forearms slightly forward, lean back, go back as far as you can. Deep breath in. And exhale as you lower down. Unravel the arms. Now feel free, if you need a break here, take child pose. You can hit pause at any time in this tutorial. I will keep moving, in this video, I'll keep moving on. I will do a tutorial on headstand. For those of you comfortable with headstand, come into a tabletop position. Bring your elbows down to the ground, take a hold of the opposite arm. Interlace the fingers. The bottom pinky finger snuggles on the inside of the palms of the hands. Tuck the chin to the chest, place the back of the head into the hands, the crown of the head on the floor. Tuck the toes, lift the knees, walk the feet in. Raising one knee after the other and lift the feet up towards the sky. Holding Shirshasana headstand for as long as you can. And when you're ready, slowly and controlled, lower down. Again, I will be doing a tutorial on headstand, so you can always hit pause and jump into the tutorial if you want to work on that a little bit more today. Feel free to also skip it out if you would prefer. Come down into child pose when you're ready. Reach the arms out in front of you, lower down on your belly. Hands underneath the shoulders. Middle fingers facing forward, baby fingers in line with the deltoid muscles. Feet together, legs together. Inhale as you lift the heart, Bhujangasana. Exhale to lower down. We'll do that again. Inhale as you lift the heart, Look over your right shoulder for the left foot. Look over the left shoulder for your right foot. Come back to the center and lower down. Extend the arms out in front of you, behind you. Inhale as you raise up, Shalabhasana. Hold, exhale. Inhale, lift and fly. Hold, lower down. Bend your knees, take a hold of your ankles with your hands. Inhale as you raise up into Dhanurasana, bow pose. Hold as you exhale. Now you notice I'm currently resting on my belly. You have the option to lift and balance on the pubic bone. As you can tell, it's quite challenging to talk in this position. So you're lifting as high as you can and feel free to rock up and down if you want to. Deep breath in. Exhale as you hold. Relax your forehead on the ground. Press back to child pose. Make your way into downward facing dog. Hips lift up high, heels lower down. Inhale now as you raise your right leg up to the sky. Three-legged dog. Exhale to lunge it forward. Keep your back knee lifted. Find your stability here. And inhale as you raise the arms, lifting the chest, high lunge. Exhale as you now spin the left heel down to the ground and open into warrior two. Drawing the left hip back, right buttock tucks under, arms are strong and straight. Flip the right palm, reach the torso forward, reverse the warrior. Inhale. Exhale, come back, warrior two. Elbow on the thigh, left arm reaches up and over, Pajvakonasana. Your option to stay here. Your option to wrap the left leg around and take a hold of your right thigh. Option to stay here, or your right hand comes underneath the leg and bind your hands. If you have the bind, we're moving into bird of paradise. Look at your right foot. Step the left leg in to join the right. Hold here. Lower your forehead, your nose down to your knee. Inhale as you slowly raise up, bringing the leg with you. Option to extend the leg if you want to. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, lower the right leg down, lunge the left leg back. Inhale as you release the bind, come back, warrior two. And as you exhale, windmill the arms down. Step back for plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. I'll now demonstrate this on the left side and you'll see the back of me so you can see a different point of view. Inhale, left leg raises. Exhale, lunge the left leg forward. Inhale, arms raised. Ashwasanthalanasana. Exhale to open. Warrior two. Staying strong here, shoulders back, lower the hips down. Look over your left hand, flip the palm, reach the torso forward, reverse the warrior. Inhale here. Exhale as you come back, warrior two, elbow on the thigh, right arm reaches over. Option is to stay here or wrap the right arm behind and take a hold of the thigh. Option to take the left hand under and grip. Look down at your left foot, step the right leg in to join the left. Lower your nose down to the knee, and then with control, your drishti forward, slowly float the left leg up. Bird of paradise. You can extend the left leg if you want, or keep it bent. Challenge to look over your shoulder. Lower the left leg down, lunge the right leg back, releasing the bind here. Inhale as you come back, warrior two. And exhale as you windmill the arms down. Step back for plank. Lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale as you raise your right leg up to the sky. Exhale to lunge it forward. Inhale as you raise your arms up, crescent lunge. Now on the exhale, bring the hands to the heart space and float into Virabhadrasana 3, warrior 3 pose. Inhale as you find that balance and stability, control. Lower your left hand down, palm faces up to grab the inside of the ankle. Reach the right arm up to the sky. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, charging the body forward into a dancer's pose. Kicking the ankle into the hand, reaching the right arm forward. Natrajasana, Natrajasana, dancer's pose. Taking another deep inhale, slowly come back to the center, finding the stability, arms out to the side, cross the left ankle over the right thigh, hands to the heart space. Seated standing pigeon. Deep inhale. And exhale, straighten the right leg a little bit, just enough that you can wrap the left leg around the standing leg. Reach the arms out to the side. Your left arm threads underneath the right. Garudasana, eagle pose. Focus on drawing the left hip back, arms up, forearms forward. Eagle pose. Deep breath in, lean back, sit down low. Exhale as you bring the eagle into the nest. Inhale, aeroplane arms. Exhale, aeroplane pose. Holding here, deep breath in. Exhale, hands down to the mat, standing split. Right hand takes the ankle, followed by the left hand. Taking another inhale. And exhale, hands on the mat. Your option here to step back into down dog, or option of a little toe to knee tap, as though you're coming into a handstand, but you're not. So from here, your left leg is the lever. Lift it and tap. Lift it and tap. Lift it and tap. And then step back and take a vinyasa. Inhale, left leg raises. Exhale, lunge it forward. Inhale, Ashwasanchalanasana. Exhale as you bring your hands down, warrior three. Taking a deep breath in here. And exhale, slowly coming up to standing. Left arm raises up to the sky, right arm comes down, palm faces up. Taking a hold of the foot or ankle. Deep breath in. And as you exhale, charge the body forward. Dancer's pose, Natrajasana. Inhale as you come all the way up to standing. Releasing, take the hands out to the side. Cross the right ankle over the left leg. Hands to the heart, bending down. Now straighten just enough that you can wrap the right leg around the left. Arms reach out to the side, right arm threads under the left. Deep breath in. Exhale as you sit down low. Lean back, lean back. Another breath in here. Exhale as you fold, bringing the eagle into the nest. Inhale, aeroplane arms. Exhale, aeroplane pose. Inhale. Exhale, standing split. Right leg up to the sky. Left hand takes the ankle. Right hand takes the ankle. Hands down to the mat, remembering our little handstand flicks. Your right leg this time is the lever. The left foot will touch the right knee. 3 times, ready? And 1, 2, 3. Step back, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Woo. Bring your knees down to the mat, knees and feet together, and rest in Balasana, child pose. Well deserved. Reach the arms out in front of you. We're coming into downward facing dog only as a transition. From here, breathe in as you raise the right leg, and on the exhalation, bring the knee behind your right wrist, extending the left leg out behind. This is Ekapada Raja Kapotasana, the one-legged kingfisher pose. So your knee is out to the right side of the mat, the foot is towards the left side. Just make sure it's not under the hip. If at any stage bringing that foot further forward puts tension on your knee, keep it bent, that's okay. Looking over your left shoulder, ensure your hip, knee, ankle and foot are in one straight line behind you. Breathe in as you lift the chest. Exhale as you fold. If this starts to get too strong, please grab your block and place your block underneath the right buttock. You can lower down here, come down onto the forearms, or even resting your cheek on the ground. Taking one more deep breath in as you slowly press up. From here, let your right buttock land on the ground, rest on your right thigh. Reach the left arm back, taking a hold of the foot. If you're here, that's great. If you don't want to grab the foot today, just twisting and reaching back, maybe you can bend that knee just a little. If you have the foot, take it in towards the buttocks. If you're seeking a stronger stretch, take the left hip forward and lifting the heart. Option is to place that foot into the crook of the arm and work with the back bend, taking the right arm back, clasping the hands, looking forward. If that doesn't feel great for you though, or if you want to focus on the left hip flexor and the quadricep, focus on drawing the foot in towards the buttocks and the left hip forward. You can also come down onto your forearm if you prefer. I find that I get a stronger stretch when I stay upright. It actually brings me out of the posture. Two more breaths. Now release, sliding the left leg around to the front. Your right, the sole of your right foot is on the inside of your left leg, Janu Shirshasana. So just making sure both sit bones are grounded, so you might need to peel the flesh out from underneath the buttocks. The left ankle is in front of the left hip. Inhale as you raise the arms, lift the chest. Exhale as you fold. Now Janu Shirshasana translates to knee head pose. So knee head is supposed to connect. But if that doesn't feel great, stay here, stay here, stay here, stay here, wherever feels good for you. Inhale as you roll the spine up. Raising that right leg, cross the right leg over the left. Take your right hand behind the spine. Ladies, if you are on your first or second day of your period, I recommend taking the left hand behind you here and staying with an open twist so you're not crushing into the abdominals. Also, if anybody's pregnant, this is not a pregnancy class. However, if you are pregnant, welcome. I always welcome in anybody. You can open up here as well. For those of you who that does not apply to, if it feels comfortable for you, you can cross the left arm over the right and twist here. Now some might actually laugh about the fact that I said, if you're pregnant. I've taught many, many, many ladies all the way up to their point of popping and giving birth, more or less. And the topic of yoga for pregnancy, it really depends on the woman and her ability and how long she's been practicing yoga as to what style of yoga she can and will practice all the way up to giving birth. So not to discriminate against a pregnant lady for practicing a power or vinyasa sequence, because for some of them it'll be absolutely fine. Taking another breath, twist, and return back to the center. Now from here, just cross the right knee over the left knee, relax on the outer edge of your right foot, place the hands in front of you. Breathe in as you lift the heart, and breathe out as you fold. Inhale as you raise up. Unravel the leg. Bending the knees and transition back into downward facing dog. Breathe in as your left leg raises and breathe out as you bring it forward, knee behind the wrist. Extend the right leg out behind you, looking over the right shoulder to ensure hip, knee, ankle and foot are in one straight line. Turn back to the center. Inhale as you lift the heart. Exhale as you fold. And just taking a moment to observe the difference with the left side and the right side. How it feels, whether you're holding and accumulating more tension on one side. Our yoga practice can tell us a lot about our life. So just observing, noticing. The power is in the observation and the awareness. As they say, knowledge is power. And this knowledge is gained from the awareness. Our body can tell us a lot about what's going on off the mat. Walk your hands back, relax on the outer side of the left thigh, left buttock. Reach behind, grab a hold of the right foot. Option to stay here, option to bend the knee, bringing the foot into the buttocks, and option to bring the right hip forward. If you want to come into mermaid, rest the foot in the crook of the elbow, reach the left arm over and back. Couple of deep breaths here. At any stage, if one of these poses feels particularly good for you, feel free to pause the video. You can always hold it a little bit longer. As I said, the power is in the awareness, and if your body needs something, respect that. Releasing the foot, swing the right leg around to the front of the mat, sole of the left foot on the inner right thigh. Ankle in line with the hip. Inhale as you raise the arms, lifting the chest, and exhale as you fold. And I have a little Balinese centipede just next to my right foot here. They're harmless. They're super cute, but they don't turn into a butterfly. They look that way forever. It's naughty to find a distraction where I'm working with my hamstrings. There you go, that's the power of the mind. I tore my hamstrings when I was 21, preparing for a dancing audition, and every time I come into a hamstring pose, it's quite nice to find a distraction. So the universe puts a centipede in front of me today while I'm trying to film an online video. That's great. As I said, I'm not used to being in front of a camera. Breathe in as you roll the spine up from here. Take the left knee, raise it up, cross it over the right. So if you took an open twist last time, if you're on your first or second day of your period, take the right hand behind, left arm on the inside. Also, if you have hernia or any other abdominal issues or complaints, best to stay here. Alternatively, you can come into a closed twist. A variation and option for this closed twist is to extend the arm, flip the thumb down, bend the elbow, placing the hand between the gap, and take the other arm behind and bind. If that feels a little bit ridiculous for today, stay here. Each inhalation focusing on a long spine, each exhalation twist and look over your left shoulder. Breathe in as you return back to the center, resting on the outer seam of your left foot. So swivel around. On the outside of your left foot, knees one on top of the other. Inhale as you lift the heart, exhale as you fold. Today's practice has consisted of a lot of forward bends, back bends, strengthening, balancing work, stretching and inversions. We're now finishing the practice with coming back to that release through the legs, through the lower spine, and also in the twist to release tension in the spine. It's important when we're practicing that our practice is well-rounded so that we leave feeling blissed out, calm, relaxed. Inhale as you raise up, unravel the legs, extending both legs out in front of you, Paschimottanasana. Inhale, arms raise up. Exhale as you fold. Your option might be to grab the tops of your feet or maybe the outer edges of the feet. Maybe the thighs, the calves or the ankles feels better for you. Whatever feels most comfortable. Drawing your heart towards the feet. Releasing the feet. Inhale as you roll the spine up. And on the exhalation, roll down into Shavasana. Relaxing with the feet falling out to the side and the palms facing up. Close your eyes and allow your gaze to be towards your heart space. Relaxing the muscles in your forehead, your face. Allow your head to feel heavy and relaxed. Shoulders, arms and hands completely relaxed. Soften the upper back and chest. Softness through the lower back and the belly. Release tension in your hips, your glutes, your buttocks, your thighs, lower legs and your feet. Completely surrender. When you're ready, you can slowly make your way up into a comfortable seated position. Connecting the hands together at your heart space in Anjali Mudra, the mudra of connection. And we finish our practice by raising our thumbs to the third eye, symbolizing, encouraging pure thoughts of love, kindness and compassion. Lowering to the lips, may you have the courage to speak words of truth when kind and necessary. And lowering down to your heart space, may you act from a place of love, kindness and compassion to all beings, to your loved ones and those surrounding you during these difficult moments. But firstly, and most importantly, to yourself. The light in me honors, sees and respects the light in you. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. I look forward to seeing you again on